What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 6 of the Leeds United Career Mode. Currently, we sit in 4th place in the Premier League, and there is the rest of the Premier League standings. Our first game is against Arsenal, and that's their starting at 11 and substitutions. And here is ours as well. We have Hosanna starting at right back instead of Shackleton. First opportunity falls to Rodrigo in the 6th, 7th minute. He manages to get past a couple of the Arsenal defenders and then manages to finesse it into the bottom left-hand corner for the first goal of the game. We're currently 1-0 up. Beautiful run from Rodrigo, and he did very well to get past quite a few of the Arsenal defence. Second opportunity falls to Rafinha. Once he manages to get the ball off of the Arsenal defence, he puts a beautiful cross into Rodrigo, and Rodrigo is not going to miss from there to make it 2-0 Leeds United. Rafinha did really well there to win that ball off. I think it was David Luiz, and then he was open for the cross, and we had like 3 players ready to receive the ball, and thankfully he managed to pick the last one who wasn't being marked as well. But beautiful volley from Rodrigo for the goal. Lacazette with some tricky footwork there to get round our defence. He's managed to take on 2 of our defenders, and yet he managed to get through and find that really well taken shot, get it past Millier to get it into the back of the net to make it 2-1 Leeds United. They are looking like a deadly force in the last 10 minutes of this game, so they might be able to turn the result around and maybe get a draw. But Lacazette, beautiful hold-up play, and he managed to just do some beautiful footwork to get around our players. But they didn't get another opportunity, and the match ends 2-1 with us picking up the 3 points on offer against probably one of the harder teams in today's episode. Match number 2 is in the FA Cup. That's our starting 11 and substitutions. You can see we've got Neto making a debut, and we have Vargas up front, and a couple of our youth players like Davies and Casey coming in there. We've got Sherpen in goal and Koulibaly in the midfield. We are taking on Nottingham Forest. Here is their starting 11 and substitutions. Quite a lot of strength, surprisingly, in this side. Like, they've got Tyler Blackett, they've got Charlie Musonda, Santander. Like, they've got so many quality players, probably on loan from their own clubs, but they're here, and hopefully they can make an impact today. But we get the first opportunity from Neto running down that left-hand side. He manages to pick out Rafinha, who somehow manages to put the ball in the back of the net off of one of the Nottingham Forest players to make it 1-0 Leeds United in this FA Cup match. Just watching Neto's run is one reason why I wanted to bring him in, and I'm glad we managed to. But the link-up play between him and Rafinha is going to be incredible. Neto has the speed and the ability to cross so much better than Rafinha, and Rafinha is a bit more of a deadly finisher at the moment, as this goal shows. Neto whipping in another deadly cross to Rafinha, and Rafinha just puts it wide. It's a shame he couldn't put it on target because it would have been a goal. But Nottingham Forest are pushing in the last couple of seconds, and they managed to pick up a goal with like 3 seconds left of the game to bring it to a draw. You can see from our players' reactions how disheartening that goal is. They haven't had any opportunities in this game, and then they managed to pick one up in the last couple of seconds to make it a draw. It's just a bit annoying. Like, Sherpen's played really well, and that's just a little goal that's just not going to make today a good day for him at all. The game ended as a draw. Denier departing the club. We are making an offer for Medina of £7 million. Gets accepted, and we will be sorting out his contract right now. Right, so we're going to go through what squad role he's going to have. We're going to offer him as a sporadic, but he wants rotation. We'll give that to him because he's quite young and Lorente will sometimes be rotated out for him. 4 years, he's 22. Give him until he's 26 at least to hopefully stay at the club and be a bit more valuable. Doesn't want to release calls, which is amazing. And that salary is barely anything. So we've managed to sign a new centre back, and we're looking to bring in this Man City right back on a short loan. We're going to split it probably like 45, 55. I'm going to try and see if they would take the 60%, but they probably won't. So 45, 55 will probably be the deal we'll make. And yeah, Pep Guardiola agrees on that. So hopefully he will be coming into our team. But next game is against Burnley, and that's their starting 11 substitutions. And then there is ours. Burnley have the first shot, but Millier denies them the ability to go 1-0 up. But they managed to get this opportunity from two of their players just swarming Koch and then pushing the ball forward and then getting the shot on target. The next opportunity is again a Burnley chance, and they managed to convert it from a beautiful cross from Alendo into the middle to the Dembele, who puts it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 Burnley. That was just unlucky, to be honest, from our defence. They couldn't have really done anything more. Maybe just mark Dembele a little bit tighter, but otherwise we've been quite solid defensively so far. We just aren't getting forward to put those goals in the back of the net. But a beautiful header from Dembele. Melendo, beautiful cross. Rodrigo making a break forward in the 39th minute. He is looking for the right hand side of the goal, and he manages to find it after he psychs out the Burnley player to make him go the wrong way, and Peacock Farrell is not going to save that from there. So we're now back on level terms. Rodrigo made sure of that. He made that run all on his own, and he had to take out one of the Burnley defence, and he did. And he managed to convert this wonderful chance, probably our first chance in the game. And it is actually a beautiful finesse into that right-hand side of the netting. Get another opportunity from Rafinha, puts a beautiful cross into De Silva. De Silva headers it at the ground, and it bounced off Peacock Farrell's hand into the net to make it 2-1. A beautiful run down that right-hand side, as we get to see in this replay from Rafinha. And he saw De Silva running into the box, and he was like, I'm going to hold it up long enough to be able to get that beautiful cross into the right position onto De Silva's head. Our old player Ailing wasn't able to mark him well enough, and just shows that we've definitely prospered since him leaving. The next opportunity falls to Burnley, and they managed to convert with a J-Rod goal to make it to a beautiful 1-2 between two of the Burnley players. I don't know which ones it was, but that link-up play just worked really well. It was just so quick. It was a bit of quick tiki-taka, really, to get J-Rod in on goal. Millier had no chance from there because he was left defenceless and he had to come out to try and meet the ball. We get a next opportunity from Harrison, from a pass from Neto, making his Prem debut for our club, and he gets an assist. But Harrison's first time finish past Peacock Farrell kind of just shows why Nick Pope should be in goal over him. But beautiful link-up play from Neto to Harrison. Neto is making a run down that left-hand side in the last couple of seconds of the game. Is he going to get a cross off, or is he looking for his own goal? And he manages to find a goal for himself. His Premier League debut and his first goal for the club. So 1 goal, 1 assist in the same game, in 1 Premier League game. I think he is showing his true value so far at Leeds, compared to Wolves, where he wasn't even getting played. Sometimes he wasn't even on the bench. So we did pick him up for cheap, and he is one of the main reasons we managed to win this game today. think we lost to Burnley earlier in the year, so that just shows how much we've improved. Moving into our next game, we take on Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup replay today. That's their starting 11. Very different to the one we saw last time, which was very strong. This one is considerably weaker, so hopefully we'll have a bit more of a chance, because we've gone with a bit of a stronger side. We're actually pretty much our starting 11. We've got Medina making a debut for the club, and we've got Gotts in there in the midfield with Vargas, and our youth player Wright is on the left hand side. And that's really every little change that we've made to the squad, but hopefully we'll have a better opportunity. Costa, beautiful shot from the edge of the box, manages to find the top right hand corner of the goal, and it bounces off the upright into the back of the net. Keeper had no chance. I think the goal really speaks for itself. I'm just going to have to let you watch the replay of that. Like, it's just a beautiful, like, quick 1-2 with one of our other players, and he's like, I've got this shot, I'm going to take it, and I know it's going to go into the top right hand corner. I don't know if the Nottingham Forest defender was thinking it's going to be a cross, but it was not. Neto pushing forward, he is looking for a goal. He has a first shot, but the keeper puts it right back at his feet, and he's not going to miss an open goal from there to make it 2-0. FIFA cut off the celebration for some reason, but we did celebrate. But Neto gets another goal a couple of minutes later from a beautiful cross from Wright, and then a thumping header into the back of the net past the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper to now make it 3-0. Just shows you playing Wright is gonna get us some improvement to him, and hopefully give him a bit more confidence, because he can jump into the squad if needs be. But that is just a blistering header from our new number 10. He might be turning into a striker for us, hopefully in the next season or two, once Rodrigo starts to decline. And that is how the game ends. We pick up 3 goals. We don't concede any, and that shows you how much better our squad was this time. Medina getting a clean sheet in his debut, Neto picking up 2 goals. It's just a good day for our 2 new signings. Last game of the season. This is our starting 11. Robert Skov is back from injury, and he sits in the midfield. We are taking on Chelsea, and this is their starting 11. A very strong starting 11, but we get the first opportunity from Rafinha, making a run towards the box, but he uses his left foot to curl it in past Kepa to make it 1-0 in the 23rd minute. It's just a beautiful finesse. I think he takes 1 touch to push it forward, and then his second touch is the finesse into the top left hand corner. Kepa couldn't do anything about it, and their 2 centre backs, or their 2 defensive players, were too slow to react to even put any bit of pressure on him, and he just had all the time in the world to make that shot, and he made sure it counted. Chelsea are not holding back though. Werner is looking for an opportunity, and he has managed to get round us and to make it a 1-1 draw at the moment. This goal kind of reminded me of the goal we conceded against Arsenal, where their striker just holds the ball on the edge of the area, and then our defense kind of like scrams to try and take the ball away, and they just don't, and then he's left with an open target with a one-on-one really with Millier, and Millier is not going to really be able to have much opportunity to save that, and Werner made sure of it. Skov gets the next goal in the game to put us 2-1 up against Chelsea. Returning game, it's quite good to see him back on the score sheet, because he has been struggling a little bit getting into the squad, because we have like Vencedor, and we also have Vargas in the midfield now, so he's going to have to play well to get in the squad. But a beautiful first time finish. I think the link up play from either Phillips or De Silva there to get him through on goal. Neto making a run down that left hand side. He's looking for Rafinha at the back of the goal, and he finds Rafinha's head and puts it in the back of the net, and FIFA cuts off the celebration yet again, but we managed to keep the win, and we don't concede more than the 1 goal, and we pick up the 3 points against Chelsea, that puts us into third place in the Premier League with only 5 points off of the top. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please leave a like and a comment if you have, or any changes that need to be made or players that need to be bought in. Sorry there wasn't an episode last week. I am trying my best to get an episode out every week, but I will be struggling at the moment due to university work. But hopefully there'll be another episode next week. But for now, ta-ra!